Gavros, is that you? I'd almost given up hope. Let me get the door.
What the? What are you doing here? What have you done with Gavros? And just why would you be doing that? Oh, it doesn't matter now. Gavros is never coming back. And he was supposed to have the crystal. Without that, we're lost. It's all been for nothing. So congratulations, whoever you are. You found the Synod. Just me, alone. Surrounded by angry machines and angrier Falmer. It didn't work the first time. I tried to tell Gavros, but he wouldn't listen. No, it won't be too cold, he said. Well, I was right, wasn't I? Focused completely wrong by the time we got here. The cold had warped it. Gavros had to cart it all the way back to Cyrodiil. Left the rest of us here to fend off the damnable Falmer. It was a brilliant idea, really. Mostly mine, though Gavros took the credit. Secret, though. Official Synod business. Can't talk about it. I am on official business of the Grand Council of the Synod. That's all you need to know. I might well ask the same of you, running around by yourself in this dangerous place. Are you? Well, I'm afraid I can't help you with that. I need the crystal to do anything useful, and I don't have it. You found... How in the world? That's it? That's it! I don't know who you are, but you may have just saved this little project. In fact, who are you anyway? You are you? Savos wouldn't even grant us an audience when we came to you, but now you come here expecting something from me? I don't much like this, I'll tell you. But you saved my skin, so maybe I can overlook the past for now. Come on, I'll explain on the way. No matter what... said this was my idea first. The Council is going to know that when I get back. I was the one who thought of using this oculory. I don't know what the dwarves called it. Something unpronounceable, I'm sure. From all our research, it seems they were intent on the nature of the divine. This machinery, all of it, was designed to collect starlight, and then, I'm not sure, split it somehow? It was my idea to replace the key elements with our focusing crystal. Months of enchantments went into it. Let's just hope they got it right this time. Be careful! You want something from me? Here it is. Magnificent, isn't it? Took an incredible amount of work to get it running again. Now I'm hoping it'll all be worth it. Place the crystal in the central apparatus, and we can start the process for focusing it. Want something from me? creating an amount of interference. Something in Winterhold, it looks like. What are you playing at? Is this some attempt to stall my work? So what is it? What have you done? Did you know what we were attempting? Are you here to make sure your plan worked? That our efforts have been for nothing? Well, explain yourself. You show up here just as our work nears completion, and now I can't get any results from this because of something at your college. Do you think me a fool? Do you think I'm too stupid to make the connection? You've ruined my work! How did you do it? But it must be something you're doing. There's no other explanation. You have something at your college, don't you? Something immensely powerful, beyond anything I've anticipated. What is it? The Eye of Magnus? Well, I suppose if that means what I think it does. Well, that's interesting. Yes, the staff. Interesting. I can't explain the details. That would be giving away many secrets the Synod over the years. Also, I doubt you'd be able to comprehend the details. Have you seen the orrery in the Imperial City? It was the inspiration for this idea. Instead of projecting the sky, we project all of Tamriel, and then harness the latent energies to overlay the positions of... What's important is that all of this work was designed to reveal to us sources of great magical power. Purely to help safeguard the Empire, of course. And yet, in the end, only 2 locations have been revealed to us. One is your college. The other, well, that can only be Labyrinthian. So, mage from Winterhold, despite your intentions, I've beaten your little game. Even if all you've said here is lies, I know you have something in Winterhold the Synod Council will be very interested in. So fine. Trudge off to Labyrinthian in search of your staff. I shall return to Cyrodiil and deliver my full report to the Council. This is not over, I assure you. Well, yes. Probably. I mean, yes. Certainly it is. But that doesn't matter now, because I know you're hoarding something even more important at your college. The Council will be informed of this. They will find out what you're up to. Am I? Am I? I think I've discovered more here than I could have hoped to. Your trickery won't confuse me. I think we're done here.
You have done well thus far, but trying times are ahead. It is imperative that you return to your college at once. You will be called on to take swift action, rise to the challenge, and discover what you are capable of. You are on the right path, and you will prevail.
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still... Oh, I'll make this... So, there's nothing more to be said. Oh, I suppose, but you keep this to yourself. I don't want it being known that I go back on my trades. Understand? All right, let's do it. Meet me in my quarters.
I still need some help, if you can spare the time. I'd better get going.
I'm working on very important research. I assure you.
I don't know. It's like a ward, but who's casting it? On Kano? How?
I don't care what it is. I want it down now. What are you doing in there? Excellent. I'd suggest that we go retrieve it immediately. But right now we have more pressing matters. Ankano has somehow locked himself in the hall. He's up to something, and I intend to put a stop to it. Help us get through this, will you? We're throwing everything we have at it. I don't know what he's doing, but he won't get away with it. Now's not the time. We need to put a stop to whatever it is that's going on.
What's going on?
Ankano, stop this at once! I command you!
Don't go near him! Are you all right? Can you walk? I need you on your feet. We're in trouble here. Ankano is doing something with that thing, the eye. We can't stop him. I haven't seen Savo since the explosion. He must have been blown clear, and he may be injured. I need you to find the Archmage, and I need you to do it quickly. Get moving. I'll be fine. I just need a minute to catch my breath. Find Savos.
did this.
What happened?
Are you all right? What happened in there? I can hardly believe it. But there's no time. Whatever happened here has affected Winterhold as well. I need you to get out there and make sure everything's all right. I'll do what I can here. Go now, go.
Is he dead?
What's going on?
I'm going to find
Protect
whoever
yourself.
did this.
We're under some kind of attack.
The Archmage is dead.
I hope this isn't something I did.
What's going on? What happened to me? It may be in danger? Take a look. I don't think there's much question. Let's get down there. We have to do something. Come on, Arnie. Let's go.
We have to? They'd never lift a finger to help us.
Oh,
Well, is everything out? Wish I could say the same for us. Tolfdir and I can try and keep this contained. You need to get your hands on the Staff of Magnus, now. What? Are you sure? The staff is there. That can't be a coincidence. Savos, before he died, he gave me something just a little while ago. He told me it was from Labyrinthian and that I would know what to do with it when the time came. I think he meant this for you then. I'm not sure why, but there was something very personal about it for him. I think you should take this amulet. It belonged to Savos, but I think it would do you the most good now. Take it and get out of here. Bring back that staff before Ancano brings the whole college down around us. There are no expectations. This college is a place to study and practice magic freely.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that...
could it mean? The return of the Dragonborn? Who among us would possibly want such power?
Here for work? Get an axe. Bring me all the wood you can.
are y'all going to do about it?
How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Please, enough already. I have told Ygritte of your concerns. She'll look after you all. Please, go about your business.
We've no need for wizards in our midst.
Morthal has enough problems as it is.
It's no use. Let's get back to it then.
One could... The return of Gone? Who among us could possibly hold it down? This is power.
believe we're doing this.
Can you imagine the looks on their faces when we come back?
You keep talking like you're sure we'll find something useful in here.
Given the history of this place, it's more than likely there's still some amount of power here.
Enchanted weapons, tomes of ancient knowledge, Shalador's secrets themselves. Who knows what we could find?
And what if there are things guarding this place?
Against 6 college-trained mages? I think we'll be fine.
We have to go back. We can't leave Gerduin.
We barely made it out alive.
What was that thing, anyway?
Go back in?
It's too late. There isn't enough of him left to go back in after.
Gods, what have we done?
We can't go back. Might as well go forward. We can still do this.
Savos is right. We can make it if we just stay alert.
of yours. place.
Just another minute, please. Come on, we can't stop now. We have to keep moving.
Where's Elvely? She was right behind me.
Dead. Something grabbed her from behind. Before I could do anything.
This is insanity. We never should have come.
You're right. This is all my fault. Should we turn around, head back?
I don't think going back is a good idea.
Going back would be the end of all of us. We keep pushing forward and we'll make it. We will!
Come on, you can make it. Let's go.
Face your head.
else could we do? Stay there and die with her? She refused to go on. We didn't have a choice.
This is it, you know. Through this door. Can you feel it?
We're not going to make it, are we?
We stay together, no matter what. Agreed?
I'll be right with you.
Agreed. We all stay together. sorry, friends. I'm so sorry. I had no choice. It was the only way to make sure that monster never escaped. I promise you, I'll never let this happen again. I'll seal this whole place away.
So, you made it out of there alive. Ankana was right. You are dangerous. I'm afraid I'll have to take that stuff from you now. Ankana wants it kept safe. Oh, and he wants you dead. Nothing personal. I'm afraid you do. Never should have come here.
survived. You have it then? Let's hope it's as powerful as the Psijics believe it to be. She didn't make it. When it was clear we were going to have to fall back, she stayed behind and made sure the rest of us were all right. Look for yourself. Ancano's power is growing. We can't crack whatever magic he's using to shield himself. I hope your trip to Labyrinthium was worth it. I'll be right behind you.
I'll be amazed if any of us survive this.
You think I can't destroy you? The power to unmake the world at my fingertips. And you think you can do anything about it? Ha! I am beyond your pathetic attempts at magic. You cannot touch me.
Use it on the arm.
Enough!
I'm on your side.
Still you persist? Very well. Come then. See what I can do now. Hey. I cannot be defeated.
I knew you could do it. My alembic. I need it for some research and can't seem to find it. I don't know. Ancano is gone, but whatever he's done to the eye doesn't seem to have stopped. I have no idea what to do.
We knew you would succeed. Your victory here justifies our belief in you. You have proven yourself more than worthy to guide the College of Winterhold. All right then. The eye has grown unstable. It cannot remain here, or else it may destroy your college and this world. It must be secured. Ancano's actions prove that the world is not ready for such a thing. We shall safeguard it, for now. You now have the opportunity to maintain your college and carry on with your lives. You have our gratitude, Archmage. It is time for us to go. It is time for us to go.
Our order will not forget your deeds.
Now what's You've done it. The college is safe again thanks to your work. I knew you had it in you. I dare say the Psijics are right. There's no one more deserving to be Archmage, in my opinion. Here, consider these yours, and the Archmage's quarters as well. I shall be here for advice, should you need me. good to see Skyrim still has such fine... You give an old man hope. I'm always available should you need me, Archmage. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. My alembic. I need it for some research and can't seem to find it.
Restoration is a perfectly Why are my research materials constantly disappearing? Well, but I know things are... I'm quite aware of what's going on. Take a look. Until next time. Once again, I have found very insulting notes left in my personal effects. I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
I'm not one for commendations, but I might have lost everything that matters, so thanks.
I still need some help, if you can spare the time.
Thanks to you, the people of Skyrim will continue to... I never would have suspected that the Eye could be so dangerous. Tolfdir is right, isn't he? Magic really can overwhelm you. I didn't think he'd really give it back. Thank you, friend. It's good to know I can count on you. Until next time.
I still need some help, if you can spare the time.
Where are you hiding?
These sands are cold, but Khajiit feels warmness from your presence. Jazargo is pleased, and more than a little jealous to greet the new Archmage. May you walk on warm sands.
The Archmage triumphant, the college, Skyrim, all of Tamriel owes you a great debt. Purposely killing your fellow college members is a bad idea. I'd advise against it. Theft and assault can get you into trouble as well. As for research, well, a sufficient explanation will cover almost anything. If you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier to do that off of college grounds. All right.
Perhaps we can go another few decades without a disaster. You mean the official sort of business? Well, no. No, not really. But I can't help but notice that you're doing quite well for yourself. Rising through the ranks and all. It may not be official, but there is a project I've been working on. I wonder if perhaps you could assist with it. Yes. No, I don't think so. Not at this point. It's just that, well, I'm not even really sure it's going to amount to anything just yet. All theoretical right now, you understand? But the implications are quite intriguing, I think. I simply need some experimental results to confirm my suspicions. Just bring me some Dwemer cogs. I need to examine them for the methods used in forging them. 10 of them should be enough for me to get a better understanding of how they were crafted. That's all I need, all right?
Ancano is exactly why we're so restrictive about access to the college. We'd all have perished if it weren't for you.
I'm quite pleased that we're back to business as usual.
Perhaps we can go another few decades without a disaster. I simply need more pieces of Dwemer equip. And please, let's keep this between us.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
Ours is the only family. Courier, Winterhold. We do the best. Asur is going to grow up to be a great man, because he'll have lived through such hardship.
How come you're in Winterhold? My pa says people like you are the reason no one lives.
My job is to serve the Jarl, not me. Nothing. And I hope to keep it that way. The Jarl is convinced I have some connection with the college, so he goes easy on me. Maybe you'd like to help me keep up appearances. Old Nellikar has a mage's staff in his room in the frozen hearth. It'd be good to have that staff, in case the Jarl starts wondering if I actually have a real connection to the college. Thanks. I'll be waiting for it.
The mages don't let us go into college. They said it's not safe in there.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking.
My days at the college are long behind me. Dagor and I have an understanding. No. I left Winterhold for some time, and returned to stay here at the inn. I still have research that keeps me busy, and being here in Winterhold ensures I have access to former colleagues. So you wish to master the arcane arts? Until next time.
If there's anything you need, just let me know. See ya.
Asur says his paw says the college. There's not many people left in Winterhold, so I let Asur.
You lost?
Asur always wants to play hunt the elf, and he makes me be the elf.
Courier will be the first to tell you that if it weren't for that college, we'd all be better off.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
I don't care how many... You know, Winterhold used to be the seat of power in Skyrim. Now it's a shell. Winterhold has lost much of its history, and with that much of its power, I aim to change that. I've heard rumors of the resting place of the Helm of Winterhold, the very same helm that Jarl Hansa wore in the First Era. Hansa was in line to be High King of Skyrim, you know. Having that might get the ear of the other holds, and give me some authority. Good. I'll have a sum of gold waiting for your return. Good day.
By the gods, it's true. Some are saying monks have been seen.
My job is to serve the Jarl. This should come in handy. Here, let me show you a few tricks I've learned about buttering up royalty. All right, then.
Word is the College of Mages is back to normal. I know your kind, always sneaking about. I'll sell just about anything if it's worth. I do what's necessary so we can get. You want to give me money? Just like that? Fine, but I intend to earn that investment. I'll work hard to justify your faith in me. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. All right, then.
I have to wonder, what does the Dragonborn do once he's summoned by the Greybeards?
Don't set any... Kraldar's family was once very powerful in Winterhold.
Winterhold may
my
not
honor
look...
to assist him.
I'm afraid the Winterhold you see before you is somewhat underwhelming. I can assure you, though, that it was quite something in its prime. An early capital of Skyrim, you know. Sadly, the Oblivion Crisis took its toll on Winterhold, in more ways than one. Then, the Great Collapse swallowed most of our beloved city. Just about 80 years ago, there was a terrible disaster. The cliffs overlooking the Sea of Ghosts collapsed, taking most of Winterhold with them. In the middle of it all, the college was practically untouched. Many of the survivors were suspicious. Some believed the mages were behind the whole thing, and others felt they could have at least prevented it. Archmage Aaron assures me that his people had nothing to do with it, and I believe him. But Winterhold never recovered. You may have noticed the college just to the north there. Very prestigious place. Mages from all over Tamriel traveled here to seek knowledge. After the Oblivion Crisis was over, many felt that magic users were to blame. Elves, to be specific. It created a great deal of tension. A good many dark elves were driven from the city, and people became uncomfortable with the presence of the college. All right, then.
God might get nervous. The man approaches with his weapon.
Take care if venturing too far from town.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
I've got a lot of... I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good battle.
Azura's with... The Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits. Here, take a look at this decree for details. Safe trip. My job, I don't... People won't say it. It turns out that if people think you're
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to... You mean the inn or Winterhold? Suppose it's the same answer either way. Winterhold's fallen on hard times, to say the least. Most folk packed up and left years ago. A few of us are either too stubborn or too crazy to go, so we do our best to make a living. It's not much, but we get by. Very little money passes through Winterhold anymore. But if there's one thing you can count on, it's folks needing a drink now and then. See ya.
If there's anything you need, I'm afraid there's not much to be said. Winterhold is hardly what it used to be. You can talk to Birna if you need to buy anything. She doesn't have much, but could certainly use the coin. And then there's our little inn. Most of the business we get is from folks here to visit the college, though even that's dried up some. All right then. If you've business with the college, you're welcome to stay here. It's where most of our business comes from, in fact.
My days at the college are long behind me, but I prefer to stay close by.
Everything...
hear the news.
By the Divines, I'm tired.
Unless you're here to solve this nightmare problem, I don't need you. That's right, Dawnstar. My Dawnstar is plagued with nightmares. I haven't slept properly in days. That priest of Mara who came here before you says the Divines will cure us. Well, until they do, I don't have any business to discuss with outsiders. Don't bother me again unless...
The Jarl is tired. Be mindful of that.
We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to.
Glory.
There's no honor in being a Jarl's servant. No Sovngarde waits for... My family. Skull Felgate's family.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice, shouted him apart.
What troubles you, my son? The entire town is being plagued by horrible nightmares. They're in serious danger, and I'm afraid there's little I can do about it.
And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made.
These dreams are manifestations created by the Daedric Lord, Vermina. She has an awful hunger for our memories. In return, she leaves behind nightmares. Not unlike a cough marks a serious illness. I must end her terrible influence over these people before the damage becomes permanent. I need to return to the source of the problem, to Nightcaller Temple. Perhaps you'd be willing to assist me in that regard. I've already said too much. If anyone overhears what we're saying, it could start a panic. I would simply ask that you trust me and help me end Dawnstar's nightmares. Wonderful. My Lady Mara will be quite pleased. Nightcaller Temple is only a short walk from Dawnstar. Come, we must hurry. Vermina resides in a strange realm known as Quagmire, a nightmarish land where reality shifts upon itself in seemingly impossible ways. From her citadel at the center, she reaches forth to collect our memories, leaving nothing in return apart from visions of horror and despair. Who can say? Perhaps she collects them for display like works of art in a nonsensical art gallery. Whatever the case may be, her intentions are far from benevolent. I promise to answer all of your questions. Follow me. Feels good to finally have a chance to help these people. Helplessly watching them suffer has been difficult. The tower on that hill is our destination. We'll around here call it the Tower of the Dog. I'm not familiar with the tower's history, but it was deserted for quite a long time.
It is a reason to stay. And what makes you think that? Because war is good for business, of course.
Temple's been abandoned for decades. Ironic, isn't it? A ruin within a ruin. There's a Damara I established inside the tower's entry hall. I was hoping to seek spiritual guidance from her.
You're not afraid you'll set fire to something?
Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? This way, my son. Before we enter, I must warn you about the dangers that... No. Knowing they could never defeat the orcs, the priests of Vermina released what they called the miasma, putting everyone to sleep. I'm concerned that when this place is unsealed, the miasma will dissipate and they'll awaken, both orcs and priests alike. The miasma was created by the priests of Vermina for their rituals. It's a gas that places the affected in a deep sleep. because the rituals would last for months or even years. The miasma was designed to slow down the aging process. Sadly, yes. The longer an individual is exposed to the miasma, the more the mind can become damaged. Those who've been under the effect of it for extended periods of time have been known to lose their minds entirely. In some cases, a few never awoke at all. Once we get inside, all will be just a moment. So... Now I can show you the source of the nightmares. Over here.
Hear something.
Damn it! The priests must have activated this barrier when the miasma was released. Impossible, actually. I wonder. There may be a way to bypass the barrier, but I must check their library and confirm it can be done. I suppose there's no point in concealing the truth any longer. My knowledge of this temple comes from personal experience. I was a priest of Vermina. When the orcs invaded the temple, I fled. I left my brothers and sisters here to die. I've spent the last few decades living in regret and seeking redemption from Mara. And by her benevolence, I will right my wrongs. I still have my key to the library. Whenever you're ready, let's move on. Lore holds that the Skull of Corruption holds a constant hunger for the memories of others. The skull has been out of touch for so long, I fear it's gained the ability to reach out on its own and try to feed. What it does with these memories is just conjecture, and an argument for scholars and historians to this very day. We mustn't tarry. The skull needs to be destroyed as soon as possible. It's just up here. Be careful. We're certain to find more of the Awakened. Within. library used to be filled with obscene volumes. Now look at it. Almost everything's been I hope the tome we is still intact.
You to mess with me.
What was that? I knew it! What was that?
Now that they've been dealt with, we need to find the torpor. It should be in a small bottle, very similar to a potion. I'll begin searching up here. You'll be viewing the memory of another through your own eyes and with your own body. Those around you will perceive you as normal, and you will find the words you utter may not be your own. Thanks to all of these odd principles, there is quite a lot of debate as to whether this is really a dream or just the machinations of Vermina. I will watch over you as you slumber to ensure your safety. If I deduce anything is amiss, I will use my arts to bring you back. Otherwise, I am uncertain what will end your dream stride. Perhaps when Vermina's curious appetite has been filled. The torpor should be a bottle with dark liquid. If you find it, bring it to me. Yes, my son. I'm relieved you discovered a bottle intact. This place looks as though it was ransacked by the orcs. So, I've taken us this far, but you need to guide us the rest of the way. Drink. Dawnstar's fate rests in that tiny bottle. The longer we wait, the more damage Vermina could be doing to those poor people. I understand your hesitation, but I promise you that it works. But
the orcs have breached the inner sanctum, Brother Baron.
we must hold. We can't allow the skull to fall into their hands.
But no more than a handful of us remain, brother.
Then we have no choice. The miasma must be released.
The miasma? But brother...
We have no alternative. It's the will of Vermina. And what about you, Brother Casimir? Are you prepared to serve the will of Vermina? Then it's decided. Brother Casimir, you must activate the barrier and release the miasma. Let nothing stop you. Brother Thorin, we must remain here and guard this skull with our lives if necessary. Worked. Mara be praised. You vanished after drinking the torpor and materialized on the other side. I've never seen anything quite like it. How I envy you. I can only imagine the excitement of seeing history through the eyes of another. Sadly, I am resigned to just reading of its wonders through my research of the skull. Indeed. My reverence for Vermina's machinations should not take precedence over our mission. My apologies. The inner sanctum lies ahead. We must reach the skull and put an end to Dawnstar's troubles. Lead on, my friend. Come, we must get to the skull and destroy it. You're alive. No thanks to you, Casimir. I no longer use that name. I'm Miranda, priest of Mara. You're a traitor. You left us to die and then ran before the miasma took you. No, I was scared. I wasn't ready to sleep. Enough of your lies. I can't allow you to destroy the skull, priest of Mara. Then you leave me no choice. Get him! Good errand. It's time. The skull must be destroyed. If you'll stand back, I'll perform the ritual granted to me by Lady Mara. First, an incantation to remove the bell. I call upon you, Lady Mara. The skull hungers. It yearns for memories and leaves nightmares in its wake. Grant me the power to break through this barrier and to send the skull to the depths of oblivion.
He's deceiving you. When the ritual's complete, the skull will be free, and then Arender will turn on you. Quickly, kill him now. Kill him and claim the skull for your own. Vermina commands you.
Forgive me if I don't appear relieved. This temple has taken its toll on me. In time, I believe I will. I'd constructed a meager shrine tomorrow in the antechamber where we entered. My intention was to spend the rest of my years here, burying the past and praying for forgiveness. But instead, I wish to offer my services to you. If you ever wish to journey with me, I'll be here. There's no need to thank me. What you did was for the people of Dawnstar. If anyone should be thanked, it should be you. Azura's wisdom to you, friend. Safe travels.
Never should have come here!
damn nightmares have finally stopped.
Careful with that fire.